This presentation has been prepared by Professors Mike Popolo and Jefferson Fernandez, and this is specifically to guide our students on the offers that the CIT department has, and the different flavors of combinations that will fit our uh, workforce community, our student community, and our current market, and it has space and flexibility for future growth in all of these sections. All right. So as we go through this, feel free to put. I'm gonna look at the comments sections at the end of the presentation, just so that I'm not bouncing around. Ideally, I will have 2 or 3 screens with me right now, so I can see all of the comments going live. But unfortunately, I only have one screen, one laptop here. So put your comments if you're on YouTube, put your comments on the comment section or questions on the comment section. If you're on the Hangout, go ahead and click on questions and add the question there to put in your comments and questions there as well. Okay, so as we go through this, to this slide deck, have these questions in mind, okay? What is your current major? Well, if you don't know what your current major is, most likely it's general education. Um, if you haven't declared one, I think you automatically gets placed in general education. If you do know, that's great. If you're not sure that you know what it is, but you think what it is, at towards the end, we're gonna do a program evaluation, and then you're definitely gonna know what you are registered with or what you have declared. And if it's something that you don't think it fits you by the end of this presentation or this advising session, there's definitely ways to change that and guide you in the right into whatever path, educational and career path that you're looking for. Okay, so there's one of the questions you need to keep in mind as we go to this slide deck. The other question is, what is your short-term goal? I mean, are you coming here for employment, getting to a quick certificate, getting to one of our entry-level certificates for quick employment, reskilling, re-skilling yourself into a new expertise area? Are you going for a degree? Are you looking to transfer to another bachelor's, to a bachelor's degree in another institution? So these are, for example, some of the reasons why students come to Bunker Hill, and let's try to identify where you fit in this. Okay, a quick table of contents of what we're going to cover, stats and facts about Bunker Hill, CIT's view on information computing technology workforce, the CIT's 3-tier mission, industry exams, career track options, stackables, transferring, what's next, and in conclusion, there's a nice parable, African parable at the end. So Bunker Hill is among the region's largest colleges. We have 14,000 plus students. Now, a quick note on this. This semester, we're seeing very, very low enrollments. And just an FYI, a lot of courses are being cut because of low enrollment. So if you wait for too long to register, that class might not be available anymore because nobody registered for it, and administration has to make a decision getting close to September. Okay, we got 3 weeks to September, and we already have maybe 4 or 5 CIT courses that got canceled. So it's really you're really highly encouraged to register as soon as possible before the class that you're interested in. It might be they need one more person to be enrolled before it gets cut, and you could be that person to keep that class going. All right. Now, we are the largest community college in Massachusetts, and that's a fact. And we are also the most affordable at 3.3K a year. Bunker Hill has over 100 and plus certificate degrees and programs. Now, as a matter of fact, the CIT department alone has 24 and counting, and we explain what that is later. 67% of color and 50 are women. Okay, so here's a quick list of our threefold mission. ICT information computing technology education for all across the curriculum on all of the BHC students. And we'll see what that means on the next slide. Associate transfer to four-year institution to baccalaureates and workforce preparation degrees and certificates. And here is how we can make that happen with our strong vendor academic connections. We have these here plus one that's not here, which is Citrix. Citrix is also another academy that we have, which is not listed here, but well, we got it. So it's LPI, EMC, Microsoft, Cisco Systems, Oracle, VMware, IBM, and CompTIA. And here's how we get information computing technology across for our students. We have our signature course called CIT 110, Computer Applications and Concept. Every semester is about 40 sections and 800 students, roughly, more or less. Okay, and the other courses that we offer and programs that we offer that's also available across the colleges is Office applications, operating systems, programming, forensics, databases, medical office administration, and among others. Now, with that, we also have a strong collaboration with these other departments: business administration, criminal justice, medical imaging, computer media, and computer media technology. And for the justice department, it says that we have a forensics program that we use some criminal justice courses to complement that we need. I mean, forensics and criminal justice goes hand in hand. All right. So our second mission is to prepare students to transfer to 4 years institution for to go on to their bachelor's, BA or BSs, Bachelor of Science or Bachelor's in Administration. So we have two computer science degrees, associates in arts and associates in science. And we have an associate in arts in computer information system. Then associate in science information technology. Our IT degree has many different other foci, which we're going to see later on. And most of these transfer to the applied BSIT degree at UMass Boston and others. All right, our third mission is the workforce preparation. We have associate's degree that fits on these categories. All right, network technology administration is Cisco-based curriculum. Database design is Oracle-based curriculum. Computer supports Microsoft-based curriculum. And digital forensics investigation, we got top-notch instructors that are on the field in this area. They work in this area and they teach the courses here with us. Internet information security is likewise object-oriented programming. We have, I don't know, more than 20 years experience combined among our faculty. And health information technology and networking, which is brand new. And with this whole revamping of the healthcare system that's going on, and with the HIPAA and PIPA laws, we could not miss the boat on that one, and we have certificates for that as well. If you want to get into the health care industry, in the networking focus. Okay, so the way that we prepare for the workforce is using stackables, and we have three levels of we have two levels of stackables. Well, in this case, three. Entry-level skills, middle-level skills, and emerging technology skills. Okay. Now the entry levels, we have four. I think there's one more here. Database. The database entry level is not here, but we have a few more. PC hardware support, Microsoft applications, medical office, and health information tech. Middle level skills is a little more broad. We have more options here on the middle level skills. Again, Cisco HAN, database administration, but there's one entry level skills for database management. Digital forensics, internet information security, mobile applications, big data, and we'll see the full list in the next slides. All right, as we saw in this previous slide here, going back some more, this one. We are vendor academy connection, we're vendor strong. So in Cisco systems, as an example, um, they have three exams. Okay, we have Cisco 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the CCNA that covers the CCNA. After the first two Cisco classes, you qualify to sit down to take a vendor exam called the CCNT 1. After the second, after the third, after the fourth course, after passing the fourth course, you qualify to sit down for the CCNT 2 or the CCNA. Similar to Oracle, we have a few Oracle courses. They are in line with Oracle curriculum, and after passing that course, the course that is in line that has the materials for that exam, you qualify to sit down for those exams. Same thing with Microsoft. Same thing with LPI, and same thing with CompTIA. And CompTIA has others. And here, let's go back to the slide that we were before, right here, this one. Now, without that, it didn't make sense for us to send our students to another to an institution for testing outside of campus. So we said, well, let's become a Pearson VUE testing center, and we started implementing that. And it was housed, inside the assessment center, but it's being relocated to a new building for ease and better accessibility and better functionality, and so on and so forth. But these are the certificates that we have supported in our Pearson VUE, Cisco, Microsoft, and it's not here, but LPI, Linux. Okay. Now here are some of the career track options. As you come in to Bunker Hill, either on the fall and spring, sometimes you have a few sprinkles in the summer. You need to be admitted to Bunker Hill first. You got to complete your college financial aid applications, take the AccuPlacer test to know where you're going to be placed for English and math and all that. If you don't know where in computer information technology you're going to focus in, there is a delay option to select, okay? Now, this is going to be a common theme in the following slides. You have to explore the career tracks and opportunities, and here are the two links. If you're a current Bunker Hill student, you can go to bhcc.edu Career Connect, log in, and do a search for positions. Do a keyword search for the terms that we are using here. Okay, and same thing. If you're not a Bunker Hill student, I don't think you have access to Career Connect, but you can use LinkedIn or Indeed.com or Dash.com or Jobs.com, USAJobs.org or .com. One of those two works as well. Now, my mantra here is you're the one who walks in your shoes day in and day out. Do the research on what you believe works for you. Now, you might want to go into computer science, but find out that you're not really into sitting down and programming and coding the whole day, all right, or doing what's necessary for that. You might be interested in information security instead. After this presentation, you say, oh, no, information security is for me. I'm going to try that. Okay, so do the job search. Now, for example, CCNA, do a search for CCNA on these areas. What kind of jobs require CCNA certification or education? What kind of jobs require ethical hacking, for example, or medical coding? And how much do they go for? So do your own research, and that's going to be a common theme as we go through these. Okay, so you have the option to start with a career certificate, and there's an asterisk. For example, the Cisco, that's a typo, Cisco CCNA certificate starts with 16 credits, okay? That's a very short time to complete the certificate and short time to employment. Most of these career certificates are between 16 to 28 credits. There are internships available, and for example, we have in our career services area, there's a nice posted area where there's job tagged on the wall. So it's really cool. It's almost like a tiny HR where you can go there and see the job posting in our career services area in LifeMap. Well, it's really cool. But you also can do that with Career Connect if you're a current student, as an example. Okay, these are low cost options as mentioned. Most courses includes in the associate's career track and the mid-level career certificate. Uh, that's the mid-level certificates go up to 28. Yeah. Okay, in the associate's degree option, and all of these transfers over to or are in the associate's degree. It's a 2-year or more commitment. There is employability available. It's usually 60 credits or more. There are internships available. Employment and internships are a little different. And there's a moderate cost option, and most courses transfer to the BS option in a 4-year institution. Now, the two asterisks right here, the possibility of 42 credit transfers, sometimes less, sometimes more, depending on the situation. Now, the baccalaureate has 3 asterisks. Now, here's we have there are more BS and BA articulations in progress. Articulation is a fancy word, meaning a contract between the two institutions, us and UMass Boston or Tufts or Northeastern, saying that for these courses that we have here, Bunker Hill, you get credits for these courses here at Northeastern, for example. So these makes the transferring process a lot easier, okay, for students. Okay. Now it is a 4-year or more commitment. If you do transfer, usually you transfer as a junior level to these other institutions. It's an applied IT discipline when you get into a 4-year school. It's applied computer science. It's a higher cost option. There are longer term benefits, of course, and there are BA and BS tracks to UMass Boston, Amherst, Salem State, and I think I saw a agreement going on today for Toronto, Toronto University, I believe. So we have articulations going on all the time, and that's an example of one. We recently got an articulation with Western Governors, is 100% online college. So, and that was a few weeks ago. So what is the deal with stackables? Here's what it means. You got to go explore your career options and job opportunities, okay? After you go through this, I mean, there's the keywords here on do a search, and here's an example of a keyword, Cisco Systems CCNA, or just CCNA as a keyword search, right? Network technology or network administration or technology administration would be other keyword searches, okay? And then you can drill down on the course itself, Windows Server administration, Linux administration, network security. These are all keywords that you can use in the job hunting opportunities, okay? All right, so this is what we mean by stackables. The 16 entry-level certificate, all of these courses are in the 29 level and mid-skills level certificate. And all of these 29 credits are in the degree option, network technology administration option in the 60 credits associates of science degree. Remember a few slides back, do a rewind later on if you like. It's an associate's in science and computer information technology. And inside the computer information technology associates of science, we have many different options. And this is one of them, network technology and administration. And this is the track, the track for network technology administration. And that's what we mean by stackables. Now, this fast track It's a stackable, but the 16-level certificates are also known as fast tracks. Okay. Now going forward, strong base stacking. What do we mean about strong base stacking? Let me just do a double check here on the microphone. All right, microphone voice, we got good. Right. We had the comment yesterday or 2 days ago that the microphone voice was a horrible, was so low that people couldn't really understand anything. But now we got a good bar. Let me just do a quick check for comments. Sorry. So give me a also gives me a chance to breathe. Okay, good. Well, not good, but there's no comment so far. All right, let's go back to the presentation. So strong base stacking. Well, I came up with a term, at least for here. I haven't heard anybody call it this way, of strong base stacking. I think I'm gonna coin it, and I think it's gonna go viral. Hopefully, go viral. But here we go. And this is what it means. Um, Here we have the stacking of networking, and that works great. But now we can put it underneath the truly this is supposed to be in the middle, and both of these supposed to be on either side, and we'll see in an example later. So let's say that you still want to focus in networking, but you want to get into the health information area, clinics, hospitals, and such places. Well, here there's two courses: the Cisco CCNA Security, which you need to know how to secure the systems because of the HIPAA and PIPA and all of the other um, new regulations going on with the health industry. And there's another one, Health Information Networking. Now, these two courses are still Cisco based, Cisco curriculum. That's why it's a strong base. We're not deviating outside from the vendor. Now, here's another one, Healthcare IT Concepts and Healthcare IT Concepts 2. So this is Health Information Technology. These two are still, I believe, Cisco-based curriculum. So it's still within our networking concept. It deals with healthcare in the networking area. All right. So let's look how this compares. Okay. So you come in and you're in the Associates of Science. You declare the AS in NetTech Admin as your declare major. But you're working on the classes in the certificate level. Okay. You start taking 167, the 162, the 110. We should have started with the 110 because that's the first class that opens all the others. We'll change that later. And then the 274. So these two are one-to-one match. So when you take the courses here on this fast track certificate, you're also taking the courses on this other entry-level certificate. Okay. Now, the 110 is also found on HIT. Now, the 182 PC hardware, it's not found in the entry or the mid-level certificate, but it's found in the degree option. Okay, if you're coming in and you just want the mid-level certificate and you just want to do that, that's fine. You don't have to take the 182. Or if you just want the entry-level certificate skills, you don't have to take the PC hardware. It doesn't go with networking. Okay, per se. But here in the HIT, you have to know it. It's a requirement. But it's found in the degree. So if you're in the degree option, you have to take it anyways. All right, so here are the other overlaps. Now, what's the difference? As I mentioned, the 277 and 279. The 279 is the Cisco CCNA Security, and 277 Health Information Networking. Now, for the HIT, these two courses, the Healthcare IT Concepts 1 and 2. All right, so this gives you a stronger base in the Associates in Science in Network and Technology Administration that has a very strong foothold in the area of healthcare with the skill set in networking, computing networking. Okay. So here we have a side stack. Now this is not Cisco. Now we differentiating here because this is not Cisco curriculum based. Okay, although our information technology security associate's degree, because this has a mid-level certificate, a mid-level skills, and then also an associate in science here for the IT SAC. Okay, and all of this is being mapped to the National Security Agency. Yep, that's right, the NSA, a framework for cybersecurity or cyber education. Okay, that's called for Cyber Center for Excellence, Educational Excellence, Center for Educational Excellence. That's what the NSA calls the cyber mapping. So here we go. As you're working on this Associates of Science in Network Technology Administration, you are also working towards the IT Security Fast Track, entry-level certificate. Now, by taking the course CIT 118, Principles of Internet and Information Security, and Information Security and Assurance courses, it gives you an introduction or a way into the security field or the cybersecurity or the technology security of workforce. Okay. Again, see, notice that this bar doesn't move. Explore career tracks and job opportunities. Okay, just don't take our word for it. Here are the other entry-level certificates that I mentioned that we have and wasn't on the previous slides. Database management fast track. Here we have, this encompasses big data. All right, this is the first course in a big data sequence. And on the mid-level certificate, you have the second level big data course. It's really, really amazing, that course, really good. You can do a lot of analysis on it and statistical predictions. Computer forensics, information technology security. You saw this one. CCNA, we already saw this one. Now here's how we can. The Cisco program is highly sought after, and we had professionals who wants to reskill themselves real quick, or who already have a good grasp in the networking but needed to reskill and update the certificates and all that, but was taken back because it was taking too long. All right. If you look back, you have to take the 110, the one semester, which is a prerequisite for the Intro to Networking, which is a prerequisite for the 267, which is a prerequisite for something else. So before you're looking at it, we're spending four semesters. I mean, that's 2 years. So this is what we came up with. We said, okay, on our entry-level certificate or entry-level skills for the CCNA Fast Track, we said, well, how about if we make the courses Fast Track? So now we have a 110 Fast Track. Now we have 162 Fast Track. Now what does that mean? It's not for the faint of heart. Okay, if you have a problem scheduling yourself and sitting down to do the work, this might not be for you. But if you already are somewhat versed in the area of networking, and you're like an A student, and you can sit down and you focus and you do it, and you do your hands-on, you're dedicated, this might be for you. If you already have a networking professional and you need to do a reskills and revisit your skill base and your know-how, this is like for you. Okay, for example, this here will be for me. If I want to go in and finish up and get my CCNA and go for my CCIE and then CCNP and CCIE, I mean, this here would be a good track for me, for example, and among a whole bunch of others. So when you do the registration, you look for CIT 110 Fast Track or Fast Track Hybrid is another way that comes up. HB, FTHB. Now, when you do register, you can register all of these at the same time. Sometimes the system doesn't allow you to register for another course because you haven't filled out the requirement, the prerequisite for it. But in this case here, the system, I believe, would allow you to register for CIT 110 and 162. For this semester specifically, I was looking at the schedule. CIT 110 and CIT 262 fast tracks, they start in September at the same time. Okay, well, although two different days and times, and it finishes at the end of September. And then when these two ends, the 167 starts in November, and it ends at the end of November. No, in October, September, October. Excuse me, I said that wrong. The 167 starts in October, and it ends in October. The 267 starts in November, and it ends at the end of November. And the 274 starts in December, it ends in December. So you see, we accelerated this so that they are a month apiece. Okay, so in the first month you do 110 and 162, second month the 167, third month the 267, the fourth month the 274. Okay, and that's how you can do CCNA in one semester with us. Now the OIM, you can take it a semester long. It's a one credit class. I believe it's an online course as well. Or you can also do an exam. There's a typing exam that you can take that I think it's 30 words per minute you got to do, and you pay the exam fee, and you're done. You get credit for that if you pass the test style exam. Okay, so this is a very um, attractive option. I mean, if I were I would take it. I mean, I would do it if I had the time. All right, so here's the list of all of our programs. Fast track, entry levels, entry level skills, mid level skills, and associate degrees, and the instructors for you to contact. Now, any and all of our instructors are versed in advising on any and all of our programs. However, here are the focus of each of our instructors or the preferred contact for these programs. All right, Professors Mahoney or Fernandez for digital and computer forensics investigation, column or track. Professor Mike Popolo and Diane Popolo is for computer support specialist tracks. Now, I had people asking me, well, what's the difference? Why do we have two columns merged into one here? Well, on the right side is the desktop software. These are applications. As it says here, the Excel application support, a lot of places need people who understands and know how to use Excel. All right. Other places, you need to be very versed with Microsoft Office applications, Word, PowerPoint, Access, Excel, and such. Okay. And how to merge them and use a professional business-oriented work. All right. On the other hand, these are more on the hardware support. These are the Geek Squads and Genius Bar and a CompuCenter technician type of person, okay? Where you're dealing with laptop hardware, server, desktop hardware is a computing, okay, support type of jobs, all right? Again, that would be answered if you do a career track and job opportunity search, okay? And the contact here, or you can go in and ask Professors Popolo, right? For database, Professors Harris or Cronin. For database programming administration track, Professors Mahoney or Fernandez for information technology and security track, and Professors Akerley and or John for the network technology and administration track. And here's a visual example of what is a strong base. Okay, we got three entry levels that merge into that one, or three different foci that goes into these two here. Okay, Professors Briggs or Bergman for medical information and management column, and the empty column here means that we don't have an entry level skills. It goes straight into the mid level skills. Okay. Um, and Professors Delter or Miller for the computer science transfer option, computer science transfer column, and same thing, or computer science concentration associated in arts. And that's the same thing here. We don't have entry level or mid level for these empty blocks. Now, remember way back when in the introduction we said that Bunker Hill has 100 plus and CIT department has 24 and counting certificates and degrees? That's what we mean. We have recently activated these programs. The Android mobile application entry-level certificate. The contact person here, contact professor is Professor Miller. Gas Utility Technology Associates in Science, the contacts Professor Martignelli. And Electric Power Utility Associates is Professor Wigfall. Okay. Now, the other degrees were kind of straightforward and okay. Databases, yeah, I know what it is. Information security, yeah, I have a good idea. But what does gas utility technology have to do with anything? Well, we got partnership. We acquired a partnership. It's almost it's good to think of it as a vendor. Okay, the local gas utility company reach out to us and say we want to become basically your vendor for the curriculum to have students be placed in jobs in the area of the gas industry. And gas is a natural gas industry. So we got together and we had talks and and it came up with gas utility technology. Um, and it's not just the gas company, gas industry, is also the technology they're in. So it kind of feels like a good fit to come into the CIT department because we deal with technology and we're very versatile. Um, okay, similar to the Electrical Power Utility Associates, the local electric company became our vendor per se. And I think it's EverSource. It was named NSTAR. I think every 10 years or so they change names. The gas utility company, I forgot who it was or who it is. But that's the gist of that. There's they came into us and say we have a curriculum here on electric power utility. We want to we would like your partnership to get students in this area, okay, in the technology and therefore such and such of the electrical utility. So that's where these came from. And we said, sure, we'll host these and we'll promote these um, and we see where people want to go. So when I mean we have a very broad spectrum of programs that fit a lot of folks' needs, we do mean that, and we live by what we mean. All right, and we're still working on more stuff. So here are the programs in development. Professor Miller is working on the mid-level, and associates, um, associates, excuse me, the mid-level skills and the associate's degree for the mobile application column. Professor Delta is working on a entry-level programming certificate. Um, this is grayed out. We're still in the talks and trying to decide to get a partnership with the math department to have a double major, an AS in Comp Sci and an AA in mathematics. Hopefully we can pull that off and we can offer that to our students as well, those who are in the computer science program, which compared to, if we're going to match one, not one to one, but if you're going to compare the two, our computer science program is almost as strong as our networking, which is pretty exciting. And they go hand in hand, I mean, in terms of popularity. All right, so, Professor Martinelli and Professor Wigfall are working on um, the entry level and the mid level certificates for these two new programs as well, the gas utility and the electrical power utility. Okay, let me take one quick second just for a breather and see if there's any comments. Oh, you people are being shy. There's no comments. Okay, what about on the presentation? Questions on the presentation? No. We do have a few viewers. That's great. All right, going on, transferring. If you're transferring from or to Bunker Hill, this is going to cover both ends. If you transfer from or to. So depending on your situation, the next few slides is going to fit you anyways. So fall or spring admission, again, to Bunker Hill, you need to be admitted to Bunker Hill. Completed your college financial aid application. If you're going from Bunker Hill to somewhere else, you got to do that anyways, because the other institution is going to ask for your FAFSA, your financial aid applications. Take the acupuncture test at the other institutions if they need you to do that, if they're required. They may also have a delay option at the institution you're thinking of going for. Again, whatever degree you're going to or you're coming for, you need to do the career track and job outlook. You will be doing yourself a disservice if you don't do that research. It's critical. Okay. Consider the financial and timeliness of choosing your information computing technology tracks as follow. So the associate's degree, these associate's degree work with the transfer service department in these offices, and we have successfully helped students transfer to these universities, to these 4-year commitment tracks to BA and BS, and more. Here we have a few listed: UMass Boston, Amherst, Lowell, Salem State, and Northeastern University. The list is way too long, so I just put a few here from those who felt very strongly about having the list being listed here. Again, here's the asterisks: 42 possible credit transfers, depending on the institution and the situation. It might be a little more, it might be a little less. And again, we're always adding more agreements with the institutions. So these two, the IT transfer, the AS in IT transfers to, or work with our transfer department and with Professor Wei Zhang at UMass Boston. He's a direct contact with this transfer to their BSIT or BSIT under the College of Management. Okay, and these are the tracks that the BSIT has in the College of Management. And Professor Wei Zhang can properly advise you on which track to go to and how the application process goes and pa. So the AS in computer science transfer work with our transfer department, and we have successfully transferred folks into UMass Boston College of Science and Mathematics for computer science. Okay, and also out-of-state private and public university and colleges, which I should put computer science transfer. There's a 42 credit transfer possibility there again, but this last one, it kind of repeats here. There was a computer, this associates in science and the associates of arts in computer science transfer to the same place, UMass Boston College of Science and Mathematics for computer science. Okay. Yep, for BS in computer science. All right, give me a quick second because my battery is running out literally on the laptop. So give me 1 second. All right, we're back. So, uh, back to here. So it's the AA in computer science transferring to UMass Boston College of Science and Mathematics with a BS in computer science. Well, we also have successfully transfer students to Tufts and again out of state private and public universities. The AA in computer information systems um, also work with the transfer department and Professor Peng Shu from UMass Boston. And he'll probably advise you in transferring to UMass Boston College of Management for BS in management and the major in management information systems. Okay. Now the medical AS in medical information management work with the transfer service department. We have successfully placed folks in Northeastern University Health Management in the area of health management and Cambridge College. Now for the Associates of Science, the AS in Computer Information Technology, there's an asterisk here. It's specialized in skills, okay? And this is what I mean. When we looked at it, the AS in Comp Information Technology has several different options. Database, information technology security, network administration, forensics, computer support, and a few others. And it's very specialized and specialized in the context of our current market, okay, in the right here in Charlestown, in the greater Boston, in Massachusetts. Now, when you transfer to other institutions, um, if you're going to California, well, the needs is going to be similar, but it's going to be slightly different, especially the course's name, course description, but the material, the syllabus that you've taken the course here, and you're going to go to have taken or the course there, the syllabus might be 90% overlap. Okay, so it's a little more tricky to transfer the AS in IT, but it is possible. You got to work with our service, our transfer department. You got to work with the offices of the other schools that you're going for. There, they also have a transfer department. Um, and as mentioned, it's a little challenging, but it does happen, and it's really rewarding when it does happen. All right, so you can get your career, your educational career track um, going and be a successful bunch like we are now. Okay, so what's next for you? Um, if you're transferring from or to Bunker Hill, um, the students with transcripts from your other colleges need to see the enrollment desk. Okay. Now, if you are sending it over snail mail, you got to send it to Academic Records Office on B204. You should have more information about that in your packet or in the web on the transferring website. Okay. Now the transfers office, they have workshop going on all the time. So if I may, right now, um, go there for a quick show. We're gonna do two show and tell. If I may, right now, go to it and show you where and what that is. So or the link opens with a default browser. Um, Microsoft Experience, I think, is the new name now. Whatever is Internet Explorer, um, and as you would guess, Google Hangout, or this live session that I'm using with Chrome doesn't really switch browsers very well. Tried it and it's horrible, very horrible. So, all right, now I just need to change the sharing to be there, to be this one. Start share. Okay, make sure that's being shared. Yep, it's showing on the down. Great. So the Transfer Affair Office, this is their webpage, bhcc.edu, mass.edu/transfer. All right, so very good information. There's their offices, their office address, contact, and hours. But down here on the bottom right, they have workshops going in all the time. Okay, today is the 6th. So in 4 days, they have a college representative visit from UMass Lowell. So if you're interested in transferring to UMass Lowell, well, that's the perfect time. Okay, and here we go. It's August the 10th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the C building lobby. Okay, C building lobby. C building lobby, that's on the second floor. Yeah, that's on the second floor. It's a really big area. It's really nice area. It's where the TVs are. Very comfortable there. People go there to chill as well. And then we have events there. So the C building lobby. Now here's another one. There's an intensive transfer workshop. Well, it'll be interesting to see what that is on D212 on the same day, the 10th. Right after that, you can stay for the intensive workshop from 4 to 6 in D212. Okay? So all of information, all of your questions would be answered in this workshop right here. And now go there prepared. Now have your questions down, start the application process, and when you're there, they'll be able to answer all those questions, all your concerns for you. Okay. Now let's go back to the presentation. Here we go. This one right here. Okay, making sure that the presentation is showing, and it is showing. All right, so there's a workshop, and your questions will be answered there. So what's next? If you're a current student, if you're a current student or you're new when you need to register for courses, hopefully now you got an idea which degree you want or which track you want. You have an idea what you want to do and such. We need to log into our web advisor, and you got to do a program evaluation to know which courses you have already taken and which courses you need to take. And now you know how you're going to go by registering. Okay, and then we're going to do a search a register for a course. I'm going to show you how these here work. Now I don't have a student account, so I can't really show you everything, every single step that you need to make. But if you're already a Bunker Hill student that who already have one semester experience here, this should be very familiar with you. If you're brand new, you can go ahead and try it out and see how you like it. But you can always go to the registration desk and do it manually as well, or when you go into to one of those workshops, you can ask them as well and such. All right. So I'm going to do a quick show and tell on the Web Advisor. Now this link here will take me straight to their Web Advisor, but I'm going to show you how to get there from the home page of Bunker Hill's one homepage. All right. I think that's easier. That's the easiest way to do it. So you'll have to remember some sublinks and whatnot. All right. So here we are we're at Bunker Hill main page. All right. In order to get there, you click on My BHCC. Come on. There you go. Actually, come on, it's thank you in Vietnamese. I just have to say come on with a little bit of an accent, or at least my accent. Come on. Had a Vietnamese roommate for 5 years. Cool fella. And he would refuse to teach me Vietnamese. He said, "You have no pronunciation, Jefferson. You're just horrible." And and I keep trying. So you as a student, you gotta log in, click on login, you type in your username and password and all that, and you're gonna be landed on this page right here. Okay. Now, in order for you to know which courses you have taken and have not taken, you could do a program under academic planning, program evaluation. When you click on the program evaluation, it's going to show you what your current major is. Okay. If that's not your current major, then there's a drop-down list. Well, I can't go forward from here because I'm not logged in as a student and I don't have a student account. And my instructor account doesn't give me the same pages that you guys would see. So just go with me here. And there's a drop-down list of the majors. If you're in general concentration and you thought you're supposed to be in information technology security degree, then you just click on it, go down the list, select it, and you go forward. And that would tell you which courses you have taken and which courses you have not taken. Okay? Then once you find out all the courses that you need to take, you come up here on register for sections, and then you do a search and register for sections. Now I'm going to click here and it's going to fail for the same reason. I'm not a student. All right. But for the search and register for sections works the same, looks like the same way here. So I'm going to show you this here. You pick the term, all right, and then you pick the subject, computers, and then you search for the section. Let's say you want to do that fast track, the CCNA fast track, the CIT 110. It's a fast track hybrid, fast track HP, is for that specific one. All right. So right now there's some seats available. You gotta go fast though, because this month of August now, administration is cutting low enrolled courses. So if there's a course that you are interested in and that you don't register for it in time, I mean, you could be that one person that makes that class run. Okay. So you will go here, click, and then you follow the on-screen prompts to register. All right. Now here's another way of doing it. Let's say that you don't have access to this. You don't want to go through all the program evaluation. Excuse me. The program evaluation page can be a little weird and difficult to read. Another way of doing this is to go here on Bunker Hill website, academics, programs of study, and then on the programs by department, come down to computer information technology. But you can do that if you're, for some reason you're in creative arts, you can do that in creative arts as well. But this advising would kind of encompasses everybody. You go here in the, let's say you're in the Udo data management. In this track, you print out this page and you write down the semester that you have taken the course. And then now you have, an idea, you have an idea on which course you need to register next semester. Okay. For example, this grid here is really exciting. Once you get the 110 or 182 out of the way, you can basically register for all of these at the same time, and that's awesome. This is one semester, okay? You might even be able to co-register 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's not a good idea for 5 courses. All right, one thing that I forgot to mention while we're there, under the career exploration, okay, and job opportunities, on each of these programs right here on the programs of study, you have program overview, career outlook, and upon completion, this is what you're supposed to do, okay? Also use these keywords to find the current running jobs in the market and to give you a better idea what this degree entry-level skills is used for, okay? So that's another way you can do it. Now, let's go back to the presentation. We're almost done here. We're running a little bit over, 10 minutes over. I'm sorry about that. I got excited and I started talking too much. What's next here? This great, in conclusion, we'd like to leave with a African parable of the lion and the gazelle. Lion and the gazelle. So here's how the parable goes. Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and he knows he must run faster, um, uh, must run the fastest. Excuse me. Every morning when in Africa, as a gazelle wakes up, he knows he must run faster than the fastest lion, or it's going to be the breakfast, lunch, or dinner for it. Okay, for the lion. But every morning, the lion also wakes up and he knows that he must run fastest than the slowest gazelle, or you will not have a meal. All right. So information technology. So it doesn't matter whether you're a lion or a gazelle. When the sun shines, you better be running. And in information technology, in this field of IT, of computing, information computing technology, that is true. I mean, the technology is running. The technology is like the gazelle, and we are like the lions. We gotta go for the information that's always constantly running, changing. And sometimes we kind of starve, but not always. So in conclusion, this concludes our presentation. If you have any question, comments, and wants to have a discussion, I'll be here for, well, we went over 10 minutes, but I'll be here for another 10 minutes looking at the comment section. And these here are the contacts for the programs we got. Although any of these professors can advise on any of the programs, these are the areas of expertise, okay? Now I'm going to go and see the comment sections, see if there's any questions being posted. No questions here on YouTube. What about the Hangout? Oh, no questions on the Hangout. Okay. Let me refresh the page. It was not nope. Back to YouTube. Let's look. Refresh. Nope. Okay. And we're about the actual Hangout call. No questions. All right, so I'll be here for another until 8:20, another 6 minutes. I'm gonna mute my mic here. and until there's any questions. So if there are any questions, feel free to post them on any of these diverse places. We're gonna get them anyways. And feel free to contact the instructors about anything that we cover here today. I'm gonna mute right now and come back in a little bit. Okay, again, there's several ways you can ask questions. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's a comment section. You can ask the questions there as as a form of a comment. If you're in the Hangout but not logged in with your Google account, there is a questions area, which I believe you may be able to use. Not sure if you're not logged in, if you can or not. But if you do a search on YouTube for August 6th, the word August and then 6th, you will see this live session going on right now. And then you can ask the questions there. If you have any questions about these programs you have here, you can contact the professors directly. And I'll be here for another 2 minutes, and I'll be observing or watching the questions, the feed area, see if there are any questions. All right. Looking at the feeds, we don't have any questions on these feeds. So thank you very much for those who did join. At the end, we got 3 viewers here. Thank you very much for joining. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact our professors, our stellar professors, and hope you you choose Bunker Hill for your educational career. Thank you very much, and see you on campus.